kids, let's talk Federation rifle stuff, okay? Mainly the tubes. So, tubes. I went and bought a length, I think I've told you before, a length of 40 mil ABS tube. I want ABS because it's better for cutting, gluing and painting than PVC. ABS is the material that Lego's made out of, by the way. Anyway, I chopped it up into 4 pieces. This is about 1 meter long. Now, the easiest way to cut a tube would be to saw it, right? But I'm completely stupid. And I don't trust my sawing accuracy. I tend to cut on angles and stuff. So I used a good old-fashioned faithful scalpel, so faithful that I cut my arm carrying it upstairs. Anyway, the end of the guns consist of a chamfered end. I'm going to move this camera because this light is doing my head in. 1 sec. Okay, that's a bit better. So the end of the guns have a chamfered, roughly 45-degree angle. The tape is there just so I know to cut off there, and a second one there. I do need to do a third one, which I think I might be able to get out of the middle piece. So what's the easiest way to do that kind of cut? I don't have any, you know, vise or anything to set a 45-degree angle, so I thought, I know, I'll get a toilet tube and I'll cut with a pair of scissors a straight line, and then when you open it, you'll have one of them. But that doesn't quite work because you have a point there and you have a negative point at the bottom there, and you want rounded, right? So it turns out that cutting an angle isn't right. You have to cut slight curves. See that? Way like a ski slope. So once you do that, you've got a nice little kind of template. So when you pop it on the tube, it'll fit. It's not going to fit now with this masking tape on, but you can see what I mean. You put that over the tube and then you saw or mark the tube, then saw it. So I've done that twice and I've got some very nice sanded edges. This tube, by the way, is one of these that I found last time. This was a column for a trophy, and this is sort of screen printed on, but I've sanded it all down. So I've still got plenty spare, which is handy, and it is ABS as well. Obviously these are the offcuts, you see. So I've sanded it. I've got 2, I've got 1 more to make. And so back to the main tube. I've ascertained whether this is true or not, according to my calculations, my scale drawings, that the main tube of the gun is 250 millimeters long, and the piece on the end, which, where did I just put it? Yeah, one of these is 50. That's from the tape to the end, so that would be separate, kind of like that, the 20 mil gap between this and the end of this piece here. So I kind of like that. So in order to cut these nice and neatly, I did the same thing. I got a piece of cardboard, popped it on, and then because ABS is quite a hard thing, I got my scalpel and I carved it all the way around 4 or 5 times. And once that was done, I very carefully, because I have cut myself many times in the past and got the scars to prove it, stuck that into the slot that I'd carved, waggled it around till it broke through to the inside, did that a number of times all the way through, and then slowly, like a can opener, worked my way around, and it's actually done a really nice job of cutting it neatly. So I do have a spare piece, which is about 300 long, because the whole tube was 1 meter. So 325 is 75, 750. So I got whatever's left over there. And even if I didn't have these to make the end pieces, I'd have plenty here. So I've got plenty of spare tube, which is good. The temptation is to make a 4th gun, but let's just do 3 right now. 3 is the magic number, right? So I've ordered a couple more of these square tubes to go around the top of the guns, because there's 6 on each one. Now they don't need to be that long, they're going to be a lot shorter than that, but basically I've only got 5 at the moment. I think I've got enough to make 1 gun, so I've ordered some more. It's kind of like that. The light's not very good. Kind of like that kind of thing, with 6 of them. Yeah, so that's what's happening with the tubes. I've got to sand the cut edges, etc., and that kind of thing, but I'm pretty happy with that. I've got more handles coming, as I said. I'm going to make another one of these at some point this week for the 3rd end piece. And now back to jumpsuit malarkey. You may remember I ordered a jumpsuit and it was too small, didn't fit, so I managed to find another one thanks to my mate who sent me a link to one, and I ordered that and it did fit, and I couldn't stand it. I did not like it. It was very thick, very noisy, and very hot and sweaty. Within 5 minutes of putting it on, I was like, oh, this is uncomfortable. This is horrible. And I've worn a few uncomfortable costumes in my time, and I don't want any more uncomfortable costumes. I want something comfortable. So I looked around, I searched all the sites looking for something more kind of like shell suit material, possibly. I mean, a black kind of shell suit would have been probably decent, you know, a slight shine to it. In the end, I thought back to my early days of stormtroopering when I had a biker scout outfit, and I thought, oh, what was I wearing for that? It was a fancy dress costume, slightly modified. It was a Top Gun aviator pilot suit. Now these normally come in green, but you can get them very, very rarely in black, which is what I use for my biker scout. Took some flaps off, took the post off, and I managed to track one down. So I have spent a fortune on authentic screen accurate jumpsuits, which I'm not going to use. Selling those on, by the way. One is XL, the other is small. I've now gone to the cheapest option, which I'm hoping will be the one that works. It's cheap, and please don't be green. Is that black or green? That's looking... It's not as black as I'd like. Definitely black. Let's just check the... Oh, let's just open it. I feel this may be green. Well, this is I think the jumpsuit that I had. That's green, isn't it? I mean, that's black. It says black. I ordered black. This I feel this is getting cursed. This suit. Trying to get the right suit is cursed. I'm going to return this. I mean, I could check see if it fits. Yeah, that'll fit. But that's a bit green, mate. I'm not being funny. That is, it's a very dark green, and I could possibly dye it, or couldn't I? Depending on, it's polyester, probably not. I mean, it's fine for what it is, but I ain't happy. There's only one word that adequately describes the situation.
Well, I ran out of video, so this is what I bought. I went to a company that does police uniforms and coveralls and found myself this really nice polyester, breathable, comfortable, quiet outfit. It's not screen accurate. It's got 2 pockets on the chest and it only needs 1. It's got epaulets on the shoulders which need to come off. It's got far too many pockets on the upper arms and on the legs, but I'm leaving those on there for convenience sake. And it doesn't have a flap at the front, which I might add if at all possible, but it's a much more kind of comfortable and wearable suit. By the way, perfect timing. The first series of Blake 7 has been remastered and everything by the BBC, and it's coming out on Blu-ray, and you can pre-order it now for about 40 quid. By the looks of it, it's going to be a cracking set with updated special effects and lots of features and interviews and stuff, so that should be coming in November. So I shall be reviewing that properly, and possibly reviewing the entire first season at some point on my channel. Anyway, I'm going to leave it short this week, as I have run out of video, and I didn't really plan on doing a video today, being Tuesday. In 2 days' time, I've got a lot of stuff to do, which I will tell you all about, filming-wise, in next week's video. So I'll leave it here and say take care now. Bye-bye then.